Well, hello there. I thought I would come out. The fall colors are lovely this time of year, and we probably don't have very much time left before it's all gone. And so since I got the opportunity to come out here and take this time to get some photographs of this before it goes away, I thought I would bring you along. If you look at this, it's a beautiful scene. I've got water, I've got trees, I've got the side of a hill or a ridge. I've got my Canon 7D and my Canon 75 to 300 millimeter lens on, and I'm set up with a remote timer. And so let's take a look at this and see the composition that I have and my settings. Okay, we're in live view now. And you see I have this tree here with this bank with the leaves. It's got some leaves coming in around here on this side of the bank. I've got just a little piece of this tree on the side because past that is a bunch of trash. And I have the reflections in the water. Now I'm going to take this shot. It is, let me check what my exposure is. My exposure is just a little bit under. I did that because I want to give a bit more warmth and vibrancy to the colors of this fall day. And I'm at f16 and 1/8 of a second, an ISO 100, and I have a remote timer. I'm going to go ahead and take this shot. First I'm going to focus in, and I'm just focusing into the center of the scene because I'm at f16 and I'm trying to get everything as sharp throughout the shot as I can. So let's take that shot. Now we have this shot as a landscape. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn it over into a portrait perspective. And you will forgive me, but I do not compose in live view. Decades of looking through a camera lens, through a viewfinder, I have issues trying to compose with live view. So you'll have to excuse me while I compose this shot. Then we'll switch to live view and look at what I've got. All right, if you see, I have this tree and it's reflected in the water. I've lowered the angle of the camera so that I'm not getting as much of this hill up here, and I had to move the shutter speed up to 1/10 of a second to achieve the same exposure that I had in the original landscape shot. And I am focused into the center like I was earlier, and we're going to go ahead and take that shot. In this area, this is like a little small park in the middle of town. And you get a lot of trash that people leave. But I thought all of it that was here was that people were just trashing the place. But what I've come to understand is that because it's in the middle of town, any kind of storms or anything that we have like that washes a lot of trash into this area. And so you have to be really, really careful how you compose things to keep trash out of the shots. So what I've got, I'm focusing at the center of this shot, as always, or so far in this video. I have these trees here, this group of trees you see there, and if you look down at the bottom here, there's trash at the bottom of that tree. So what I'm doing is I've got this tree that overhangs the creek here, and I'm cutting off that section of it where that trash is, and then you have over here, the camera is kind of hiding it, but I have green leaves and a bush there that's hanging kind of over the water. And so what I'm doing, there's a stalk that's a really bright tan, and I'm trying to keep that out of the shot. I'm at f16, 1/6 of a second shutter speed, and I am about 2/3 of a stop underexposed, and I have a circular polarizer on it. I tend to underexpose woodland because it makes the colors more vibrant and creates a warmer mood. So I have it on remote shutter. Another thing that I am dealing with is down here in the corner, you can see there's just a little bit of a bush that is moving. I could raise the camera up and get rid of that in this bottom corner, but if I do that, then I get more of what's up top, which is more of a like a tangled mess. And so there's a balance that you have to draw. Okay, I have 1/6 of a second, f16 and ISO 100 with a circular polarizer. This is likely to be the last shot for me. I think I probably won't be able to pull out another image from this area today. And if you look at what this camera is seeing, it looks awful. But I have a zoom lens. I love zoom lenses for this very reason. If you look, I've got this tree right here. I've got the root ball of this tree that's fallen over here. I've got that tree growing up out of the root ball. Okay, but if you look through, you'll see water, that creek, and some rocks. Okay, so we're going to come over here to the camera and look at this composition a bit. All right, if you look, what I have f16, and I think that's 4 seconds. I have difficulty reading when it goes to those types of notations, numbers, however it is you want to call that. But I've got rocks over here and like a sort of a rock wall, ledge, cliff, whatever, and some rocks over there, and a little bit of rocks and leaves down here, and then the background with a little bit of color here. And if you notice, none of that other stuff is in this shot because I was able to zoom through all of that mess and just choose what I wanted. And I am about two-thirds of a stop underexposed per my usual woodland photography. Well, thank you for coming along. I hope that I've got some images that are worth looking at. I appreciate you watching and subscribing and liking my videos. We will see you next time. Bless you, and I'll talk to you later.